Hello viewers, welcome to the Dateline Northeast, a program that gives an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are: tripartite talks held to resolve district's creation dispute in Manipur. Japan-India Partnership Workshop highlights potential of Northeast. Manipur's first urban hearts showcases crafts by border villages. And silk farming remains an alternate source of income in Meghalaya. India and another move towards seeking permanent solution to the long-pending issue of the creation of the 7 new districts in Manipur. The 7th round of the tripartite talks involving the state government, the United Naga Council and the centre was recently held in Senapati district headquarters. Vigorous efforts are underway to resolve the issue, with the UNC demanding a rollback of the creation of the 7 new districts in Manipur. The meeting was chaired by Ministry of Home Affairs Joint Secretary Northeast in charge, Satyendra Garg. A report. The northeastern state of Manipur suffered in the past due to a prolonged economic blockade called by the United Naga Council over the creation of the 7 new districts in the states, particularly Sadar Hills and Jiripam district. Pertaining to the demands raised by the UNC, several rounds of tripartite talks were held earlier between the UNC, the centre and the Manipur government, but no permanent solution could be worked out. In yet another move towards finding an amicable solution to the decade-long issue, the 7th round of tripartite talks was recently held at the DRDA Conference Hall, Senapati District headquarters. The meeting was chaired by Satyendra Garg, Joint Secretary Northeast in the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, including 15 members of UNC led by its President Gaidan Kame, and the Manipur government was led by Agriculture Minister V. Hankhang Lian and Education Minister T.H. Radhesham, along with Health Minister L. Jayantakumar Singh.
I'm not really aware what has been said on the floor of the House. What I am privy to is State Boundary Commission was of course constituted but has not started working. And like now, like in entirety, the entire issue of UNC demands on this, undoing of the districts and everything related to UNC will be decided by Government of Manipur by 10th of April, and then we can discuss it in the next round.
During the high-level meeting, the UNC set a deadline for the state government to come up with a final decision by 10th of April 2018. While addressing the meeting, UNC President Gaidan Kame said they had already rolled out different course of actions for the next round of the tripartite talks, scheduled to be held on 27 April. During the tripartite talk, the UNC has demanded the state government to pass a resolution in the assembly and urged to come up with a solution in the next round of the talk.
We have given Himalayan tax to decide on or before 10th of April. We have point out all the points one by one, and we have to corner them, and they have given their political commitment today. They will have the cabinet meeting on or 10th April.
On one hand, the UNC is not giving up its demand to retract the creation of the 7 new districts, while on the other hand, the centre is leaving no stone unturned to find out a mutual solution, keeping in mind the sentiments of the Naga people.
We are engaging the UNC on talks. See, this itself is a big issue and a big achievement for both the sides. See, because of this dialogue which is going on for so many months, we are able to convince them on certain front, and they are also reasonable in not going into an agitating mode. So this is basically very vital in a democratic setup, and we are successful in that way.
Manipur government representatives have also assured that all possible steps will be taken to ensure in maintaining peace if new districts comes into. Well, to foster and enhance India-Japan bilateral cooperation in the northeast region of India and to explore the untapped potentials of the region, Japanese ambassador to India Kenji Hiramatsu recently addressed the Japan-India Partnership for Economic Development in northeast region and laid emphasis to significantly expand India-Japan cooperation, putting special importance to India's northeast. A report.
Focusing on the need to expand India-Japan cooperation in the Northeast, Delhi hosted the Partnership Workshop for Economic Development in Northeast region, which brought to light the major areas of the Northeast region which Japan is eyeing to bring in development. Realizing the vast potential of the Northeast region, which acts as a bridge between India, South Asian and Southeast Asian countries, Japan is focusing on wide sectors for development in the region, ranging from connectivity, infrastructure development and skill development. Japan has joined hands with India to aggressively develop infrastructure projects in India's Northeast region. The workshop highlighted on the Japan-India Act East Forum that has been established to focus on strategic projects including connectivity, infrastructure and road network development in the Northeast region.
While Japan-India Act East Forum is a new impetus to our cooperation in the Northeast, it is worth noting that Japan has long been an active development partner in the region. We have provided a wide variety of cooperation ranging from connectivity and other economic infrastructure to skill development to community empowerment.
It is noteworthy that Japan is working for road connectivity improvement throughout the region, starting from National Highway 54 in Mizoram and National Highway 40 and 51 in Meghalaya. Japan and India have shared a strong bond, and over the years Japan-India relationship has entered a new era. Moreover, Japan has collaborated with the local NGOs through the Grassroots Grant Aid Scheme for the advancement of the community training schools and women vocational center in Manipur, Mizoram and Assam.
We also support other essential economic and social infrastructure development, such as hydropower station in Meghalaya and water supply and sewage facilities in Assam. In addition to infrastructure, Japan considers skill development as an important factor to promote development. Therefore, we are conducting capacity development for forest management and income diversification throughout the northeastern region.
Efforts are also high to boost ties between Japan and Government of Manipur, as the state shares a historical bond with the former since time immemorial.
The relationship between Japan and Manipur dates back to the Battle of Imphal, which is well remembered even today by the people of Japan and Manipur. Manipur shares the border with Myanmar and is strategically located as the gateway to the Southeast Asian countries. Asian Highways 1 and 2 pass through the state of Manipur, which in days to come will be the most important highways to connect India and the Southeast Asian countries.
Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh assured that his government would extend all cooperation for joint projects in the state. The Japan envoy also informed that grant and aid agreement has also been signed for a project of construction of secondary schools for scheduled tribe in Manipur. The workshop acted as a platform for both the nations to surge ahead in boosting the Japan-India cooperation in the Northeast for big infrastructure push in the region.
Moving on, in an initiative to tap the untapped skills of artisans from far-flung areas of northeastern state of Manipur, State Directorate of Handlooms and Textiles organized a crafts exhibition at the newly inaugurated Urban Hut, a community market in Imphal.
The rich art and crafts of the province of Manipur has captured the attention of art lovers from across the globe. Many people of the region are working to preserve and practice the art to make a living and promote indigenous artwork in the global market. In a move to bring forth the artisans from the farthest corners of the state into the mainstream, State Directorate of Handlooms and Textiles, under the aegis of Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Limited, conducted a week-long crafts and art exhibition of Border Village at the first Urban Hut in Imphal East. Celebrating the country's exotic folk art and crafts, the week-long exhibition aimed at helping the artisans exhibit the untapped potentials for further business tie-ups with the prospective investors. Altogether, 30 stalls from the border area's villages displayed indigenous and traditional crafts ranging from hand-woven clothing to home decor items that attracted a number of art lovers from the state.
We want to organize some small exhibition here, and we will be provide their accommodation and others, putting clothing, and sometimes some organization and others may be organized here, not only by the government, the public and other NGO also. This is why we have a permanent structure given here.
During the exhibition at the community market, use of bamboo and cane products were widely seen as craftsmen and artisans exhibited their items like bamboo mat, basket of various sizes, traditional platter, fishing implements and many others. One such attraction at the exhibition was the display of an almost extinct indigenous woven palm rain capes, or also known as capote de plumas in Mexican, which are made of palm leaves. They were made by artisans from Sinabati district. This product is now rarely seen and used by the people.
Tamtuche manasina hana ipai pugi pina pirong atringaida masina pina pirong wera sharlaga nungsik dasu amuga nungsa dasu nung tabakan dasu masina protection self protection oina to masi marusu cha masi ge pambe nauriba manung lu tholaga asisu chaba yar asina yam darka oiba ikoi me gi namak protection piba ge ko economy
Craftspersons from Ukhrul and Sinabati districts also displayed various shapes of bichurs and cutlery items that promote the antique and ancient pottery of Manipur. Apart from this, various home decor items like wooden carvings products from Gamchong district and jewelries made of cocoon silk also attracted art lovers.
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯃꯛꯀꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯁꯇꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯩꯖꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯩꯌꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯎꯠꯂꯒ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯟꯖꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯝ ꯀꯩꯀꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯐꯪꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯖꯔꯤ.
The State Directorate of Handloom and Textiles announced to organize such border exhibition every year for 15 long days. Such rich ancient art and craft that mostly confines in the rural areas will now get opportunities to exhibit in wider platforms and showcase the traditional handlooms and handicrafts of the state.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. Expressing grave concern over the increasing number of rhino poaching in Assam and growing threats against one-horned rhino, authorities of Kaziranga National Park, in collaboration with NGOs and staff, conducted rhino census in Kaziranga National Park. The two-day census was conducted in all the ranges of the park. The authorities of Kaziranga National Park have used more than 40 elephants and 17 SUVs for the exercise. It is noteworthy that home to world's maximum population of one-horned rhinos and attracting major tourists across the globe, the Kaziranga National Park, as per the earlier census reported in 2015, had 2,401 rhinos. Recently, Department of Political Science, Mizoram University, in collaboration with ASEAN Study Centre, Shillong, organized a national seminar on border and connectivity in Northeast India and Southeast Asia. The seminar mainly focused on the state of Mizoram and its developmental prospects, which is regarded as a bridge to Southeast Asia. The two-day-long seminar saw participation of intellectuals, researchers who presented papers reflecting upon the issues and concerns of Mizoram and its development. Deliberative ideas were also put forwarded by academicians on the need of contextualizing the Act's policy with special reference to the Northeast. With an aim to create awareness about the risk factors of cancer, an awareness program Beat Cancer was recently organized in Itanagar under the aegis of State Cancer Society Arunachal Pradesh at Tomor Rima Institute of Health and Medical Sciences, Naharlagun. The rally with the theme Beat Cancer Run and Ride 2018 was flagged off from Silchar in Assam, saw participation of 25 doctors, staff of Kachar Cancer Hospital and Research Centre and the biking group Silchar Thumpers. The Run and Ride campaign 5-kilometer run is being organized across all the northeastern states. On a similar note, a cancer awareness program and cancer survivors meet was organized in Agartala's Ravindra Satabarshiki Bhavan. The program aimed at creating awareness on the high incidence of tobacco-related oral, lung and breast cancers in the northeast region and which may be cured through screening and early detection. In a major step towards development, Chief Minister of Tripura Biplav Kumar Dev, along with the Health Minister Sudeep Roy Burman, visited GB Pant Hospital, the chief referral hospital in the state, and Agartala Government Medical College and inspected the ongoing system over there. They interacted with doctors, nurses and patients to understand their problems better and promised to seek out solution at the earliest. CM also inspected the infrastructure and the basic facilities available including medicine, water and fire system, food provided to the patients, cleaning and hygiene, and chalked out plans for improving the same. Recently, State Commerce, Textiles and Industries Minister Thongam Biswajit Singh launched the first even cotton plantation in the state of Manipur at Kwatha village, Tengnopal district. Addressing the function as a chief guest, the minister said that the cotton plantation would provide jobs to local farmers and improve the economy of the village. He further added that the government was committed to serve the poorest of the poor and the needy. He said the cotton plantation would be successful and there is planning to buy back the cotton from the farmers. Later, emphasis was laid on the bamboo shoot products like soybum that needs better packaging to attract buyers, which will improve the economic condition of Kwatha village. The colourful festival of Kamohau, uniquely celebrated by the Tangkhul tribe of the state of Manipur, was recently held at Phalang village, Pungyar subdivision under Kamjong district. The festival was inaugurated by Minister of Forest and Environment Mahood, Town Planning and Horticulture and Soil Conservation Thaunajam Shyam Kumar. The 5-day festival was organised by Kamohau Arts and Cultural Organisation under the theme Our Land, Our Culture. Young boys and girls dressed in colourful tribal attire performed to the beats of the traditional songs to mark the celebration amidst much fervour and joy. Well, Meghalaya is one of the well-known silk-producing states from northeast India, and the textile industry provides sustainable livelihood to the residents of the state. Around 200 silk farmers from across the state attended the one-day mini Resham Krishi Mela in West Jayante Hills. A report.
Meghalaya has huge potential in textile industry to spur economic growth. Over the years, Meghalaya state government has rolled out various schemes and projects for holistic development of silk production in the state. During the one-day sericulture farming fair at Umlong village in West Giantia Hills, around 200 silk farmers from across the state converged and attended the program and interacted with experts. Apart from the program, an exhibition also held at the venue where various products of silk and weaving and life cycles of various silkworms were showcased to the participants.
Through this program, we thought that we will encourage the farmers by giving them awards, by recognizing them their works throughout the year, whatever they have done in silkworm rearing. Otherwise, the farmers, if we don't encourage them through this program, they will think that they have been left alone. So, in this occasion, we used to give them awards, give them technologies from experts.
Meghalaya, being the hub of sericulture farming, the state sericulture and weaving department is striving to promote and also encourage the farmers and youth to take up silk farming as an alternate source of income. In Meghalaya, the Textile Ministry has implemented 2 schemes for the silk production and development: the Integrated Sericulture Development Project and the Intensive Bivoltine Sericulture Development Project, covering mulberry, eri and muga. And under the ISDP scheme, muga farming is being implemented in West Khasi Hills and West and North Garo Hills, whereas mulberry in Giantia Hills and eri in Ribhoi district. The traditional roots of the indigenous weavers can also be seen through the use of eri silk, also known as hand-spun yarn.
In future is very good for sericulture industry in our states, because so far we are getting that schemes from the central governments, so it is very helpful, because from state governments, though we are getting for this maintenance etc. also, anyway that is not so sufficient, so for that gap fundings we are getting lots of money from central government, which is very much helpful to the farmers and to the these departments, because now income of these farmers, especially this eri, mulberry and then muga, it is increasing day by day after the interventions by the central seal boards.
Through the implementation of such schemes and projects and providing integrated training to the farmers on know-how of technology, scientific way of hatching and rearing silkworms will improve the quality of silk production of the state. Also, it will enhance the standard of living of the silkworm farmers.
Well, viewers, sports is an integral part of the residents of Manipur since the ancestral times, and to its reputation, the state remains the powerhouse of sports in the country. The 8th Khagemba State-Level Mukna Championship did not only create platform for the budding sportsperson, but also propagates to preserve the traditional game of wrestling.
Residents of Manipur, the birth state of polo game, play a number of indigenous games since the days of kings and Meitei Maharajas that ruled the state. And one of the widely popular indigenous sports is Mukna, a traditional wrestling game. Despite the popularity of modern sports, the charm of this folk wrestling game still retains its charm as people of the state continue to preserve and promote the sport through various platforms. To popularize the indigenous game among the people, especially the young populace, the 8th Kangemba State Level Mukna Championship 2018 was held in Kyamke village in Imphal West. A total of 30 young players from across the state took part in the tournament.
Most of the people who are living in Manipur are encouraging such type of game. Mukna is an indigenous game, and it is also most important for the Manipuri people. On this basis, we are organizing to brought up such kind of play or such kind of exercise.
Popularly known as Lampanaba Mukna, this indigenous martial art form game requires players to be physically fit and well-versed with techniques and skills required to overcome an opponent. As seen at the tournament, contestants were well equipped with ningri, a waist belt or a crown belt, and hold each other's belts to begin the game. During the tournament, the players not only showcased their skills and physical fitness, but also displayed the art of strong mentality and game spirit, as each competitor strived on pinning their opponents to the ground. This folk game Mukna is a combination of wrestling and judo, and the game is considered as fair and just game. This is because, as per the rules of the game, holding the opponent's neck, hair, private parts or legs with the hands are considered foul, and moreover, boxing and kicking are also not permitted. The competitor who touches the ground first with his head, back, shoulder, knee or the hand is declared the loser.
तसेंबगदी अखोइना मसी रेसलिंग गुमदना अखोइ जॉब फैसिलिटी गुमसी फंगे अदुना मुंगना गुमसीदा याम कना अखोइ बुंगना जत्रा खाना हरम असम फंगागा मोइद फैसिलिटी सरकारना पिबिदबा मियंग स्पाइना तौबदगी रेसलिंग गुमसी टूर्नामेंट तोइना सिनबिरकपदनी मोइद खुदोंचाबा सरकारना खरा पिगिबदगी स्पाइना लैहिबनी अदुना.
Since its inception in 1993, Tokchom Maimu Memorial Trust is proactively promoting this once glorious game of Manipur and aims to retain the popularity of the traditional game. As Mukna game is being associated with various ceremonious functions like Lai Hauraba, worship of the Silvan deity, the game remains an intrinsic part of the Manipuri people, especially in the valley areas.
Youth from the northeast region prefer cities like New Delhi for better higher education, as the city houses some of the most prestigious educational institutions in the country. Apart from adapting to the culture of the city, students also promote their rich cultural ethos by hosting events like the first edition of the Northeast Festival, which was held at Gargi College in the city.
Education plays a major role to bring growth and development in the society. As the national capital houses some of the prominent academic institutes of the country like Delhi University, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Jamia Millia Islamia University, etc., scores of knowledge seekers, including students from the northeast, throng the city for quality education and employment opportunities. And universities like Delhi University make it a point to promote the diverse cultures of the country and create a feel-at-home atmosphere for the community through various platforms. Likewise, the Northeast Cell Gargi College hosted its first Northeast Festival under the theme Exploring Northeast India. To celebrate the richness of the 8 diversified bodies as one soul, the event showcased glimpses of the region in the form of dance, music and ethnic wears. Northeast students of this all-girls college were seen tacked up beautifully with colorful traditional costumes and celebrated the event with fun and frolic.
The students, they will also get a platform so that they can come up, because normally our students are a little drawn back and they don't come up. So it'll be a platform for them to come up with the potential, the huge potential that they have, you know, which get normally untapped. So this would be a platform for them. So this is the first time and we got an overwhelming response and we are thrilled.
Professor Sanjoy Hazarika, Director, Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, enlightened the students and the faculty members with his in-depth presentation on glimpses of Northeast India. During his talk show, Professor Hazarika also shared a short video clip of his latest documentary film titled Ramboy, which revolves around Mizoram's troubled years, to the audience. The 45-minute documentary aims to capture the essence of the insurgency period of Mizoram between 1966 and 1986.
Education in building understanding and in building bridges. Because it is only in understanding each other that we will develop the true connectivities of this Act East, Look East policy. We really need to understand each other first.
Chirao Dance, popularly known as bamboo dance from Mizoram, opened the cultural event, and it was followed by various other performances from the students. The audience also had an opportunity to gather a glimpse of the rich cultural dances of Arunachal Pradesh and Manipur. An ethnic wear show, which was organized by the young girls from the Northeast region, received a standing ovation from the audience as it set light on the vibrant collections of indigenous attires.
I was quite shocked. In fact, they were very warm. Like they were more excited than the Northeast students. They were they were just asking us when is the event and when are we going to who is organizing it. They were much more interested than the if I could say so, they were more interested than the Northeastern students.
Apart from the cultural event, stalls ranging from traditional jewelries to household items displayed at the college premises attracted both students and faculty staffs alike. A display of a naturally biodegradable pottery, popularly known as Lampi Hambai, which is made of serpentine rock, represented the unique art of the ancient pottery in Manipur. This first edition of the Northeast Festival in the college aims to propagate the essence of Northeast culture and to bring the students of other parts of the country under one platform.
Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala, signing off. Goodbye and take care.